Peri, what? Written 2020. In the past, when anxiety was rife, I would be trotting off to my GP, doctor, at least once a week. I was forever hoping that there was an underlying physical reason for suffering with anxiety and low mood, and that a miracle pill would rid me of all the horrid symptoms I experienced hour to hour, day to day, and month to month. Thankfully, after several years of niggling infections and stomach issues, I sought the help of a nutritionist who promptly introduced me to probiotics. These little beauties made a huge difference to my overall health. I stopped taking antibiotics and began repairing my gut flora. Because I'm a fussy eater, a lot of the foods that would naturally help my gut to repair were not things I ate, so taking a probiotic in capsule form was much better. The recurring infections disappeared very quickly. I also cut out caffeine and sugar, so stimulants, for several months, which also helped to ease my anxiety. That was several years ago, and now I look to natural ways to ease health problems wherever possible. This is my choice, and I am not a doctor or a health practitioner, so if you are worried about your health, be sure to seek medical support from your doctor. So where am I health-wise today? Last year I struggled with chronic fatigue, and after a blood test was found to be deficient in vitamin D and low in calcium. So I started taking a vitamin D supplement and looked for ways to increase calcium without dairy. I had a brief period of feeling well and then was struck hard by what I first thought was a virus. My energy levels were totally depleted and my limbs hurt all the time. I was also dealing with mood swings. Nothing terrible, but I felt a little out of control sometimes. Tears were never far away and would surface for no apparent reason. Off to the GP I went, having Googled my symptoms. I was convinced these changes were due to reducing my antidepressants again. The symptoms seemed identical. Having discussed this with the doctor, we agreed that increasing the dosage of the antidepressants should get me back to my happy, healthy self in no time. Had I not felt so terrible, I may have been disappointed at having to do this, but I just wanted to feel better and to function properly. It has been a few months since the medication increase, and I was sure I was on the right track. That was until I started to feel nauseous in the evenings and so edgy that everything made me jump out of my skin. The rage I experienced made the Hulk look like Tweety Bye, and the exhaustion had me feeling so vulnerable and pathetic I wanted to curl up and hide away from the world. I noticed my body temperature was unpredictable, and then it happened. Anxiety came back. I'm back. Is your heart going 10 to the dozen? Are your palms clammy as you struggle to catch your breath? Oh, it's great, isn't it? What's that? Why am I here? Well, I couldn't possibly let you get through the rest of your life without a wee hello from me every now and again. Yes, I know you're looking after yourself and have created a fabulous well-being toolkit that does keep me at bay and allows you to thrive. But you didn't factor in one thing, my dear. Hormones. These lovelies go a bit squiffy for some women around your age, and they open the door for me to jump back in and make your life a little bit harder. Fabulous, isn't it? Yes, I know it seems unfair, my lovely, but who said life was fair? Now, just as you start to deal with the shock of my visit, I must away and leave you with a gift of wondering whether I will return and if it will be permanent. Ciao for now. Anxiety decided to pay me a visit and left me feeling totally out of control and fearful of its next appearance. This was when I knew something wasn't right. Although although times have been stressful recently, I felt able to deal with it. In fact, during some very difficult times, I had overcome any niggles of panic. In the past, this would have had me running away as fast as my little legs could carry me. So why was this beastie back? And more importantly, what was I going to do about it? Thankfully, I already had an appointment booked with my GP to discuss antidepressant tapering. But I felt these new symptoms needed immediate attention. It was as I sat in his waiting room that I noticed how incredibly hot I was feeling. It was unlike the heat you feel in a hot room because it seemed to be coming from me. I was also aware that my self-talk was not helping the situation. What if I get so hot I faint? What if the doctor can't help me? What if, like other doctors, he just sends me on my way and tells me to just get on with it? What if it lasts for years and years? What if the anxiety is back and I can't stop it this time? What if? Anxious talk is very easy to spot due to it nearly always beginning with the words, what if? It wasn't long before I was sat in the doctor's room trying to explain what was going on. I was so desperate to explain what I felt like that it seemed I was incoherent, spewing my words out. I babbled away, conscious of the fact that I was breathless and getting hotter and hotter by the minute. Maybe I didn't want to stop talking in case the response was one I feared. I was extremely fortunate to have an amazing doctor who, once given the chance to talk, explained that these symptoms may mean that my hormones were playing about. He explained what could be done about it, and to say I was relieved is an understatement. I wasn't sent away with my tail between my legs and a heap of horrible hormones to deal with. Instead, I was listened to and reassured and given an appointment with a lady from the Well Woman Clinic. Phew! So, it looks like it's hello perimenopause.